Cronos the New Dawn challenges us to survive in a brutal post-apocalyptic wasteland, battling nightmarish creatures, and leaping through time to uncover the secret of humanity's downfall and the mysterious change that wiped it out. To help you endure this horrorscape, we've put together 12 essential tips for Cronos the New Dawn. Such is our calling.
Welcome, Traveler MD3576.
Although the environments in Cronos the New Dawn are fairly linear, they're filled with hidden nooks and crannies worth exploring. Always check every corner and wander off the beaten path. You'll often find hidden caches containing ammo, energy, the game's currency for upgrades and purchases, and crafting materials vital to surviving. Fortunately, collectible items give off a subtle glow, making them easier to spot in the dark. Along the way, you'll encounter locked doors and other obstacles. Don't worry, since the game involves frequent backtracking, you'll eventually acquire the tools needed to bypass them. For doors locked by passcodes, the game conveniently remembers the codes for you, as long as you've interacted with the relevant document or travelog. Keep an eye and ear out for cats. Petting them rewards you with useful items, especially valuable given how scarce resources are.
Hello, cat.
The first cat, Baroka, is encountered early on and is hard to miss, but later ones are much more elusive.
Hey, cat. Don't be scared.
This one's obvious, but worth emphasizing. Inventory space is extremely limited. Always drop non-essential items in stash boxes. For example, cores take up valuable space and are only used for upgrades. If you're not planning to spend them right away, store them safely in a stash box. Stash boxes are conveniently connected across all of New Dawn, so you don't need to return to a specific one to retrieve your items. To free up space further, consider upgrading your weapon's clip size. This allows you to carry more bullets in the weapon itself, leaving more room in your inventory. Cores are rare materials that can be used at upgrade stations, which are dotted throughout New Dawn and are often found in safe house areas. These rare materials are used to upgrade your shell. On the topic of upgrades, it's important to note that there are two distinct types of inventory upgrades. Inventory slot upgrades, which increases the total amount of slots, and resource limit upgrades, which increases how much of each crafting resource can be stacked. The second upgrade is especially valuable since crafting materials don't take up inventory slots, but their crafted items do. Being able to stack more crafting resources saves you from constantly having to use them just to make space. Early on, you'll find dispensers that provide an unlimited supply of torch fuel, though you can only carry one canister at a time without specifically unlocking the torch fuel upgrade. Torch fuel is crucial in combat. It burns enemies and destroys their bodies after defeat. This is essential as other enemies can merge with corpses to become stronger, wasting even more of your ammo and resources. Combat arenas also feature explosive barrels and gasoline canisters that can be shot for the same effect, helping you conserve your torch fuel. When fighting with your starting weapon, try to prioritize charge shots. They consume the same amount of ammo as normal shots, but deal significantly more damage. Aiming at different body parts also has unique effects. Leg shots stagger or knock enemies down, arm shots interrupt attacks or prevent enemies from merging, and headshots deliver maximum damage. As an extra tip, remember that all bullets, charged or not, can pierce through enemies. Line up your shots to hit multiple targets with a single bullet whenever possible. Your first essence, Edward, is collected during the initial dive sequence as part of the story. Additional essences can be found throughout New Dawn, each providing passive buffs. Edward, for example, boosts damage dealt to burning enemies. While these bonuses are always useful, collecting them can have consequences. The collective may not appreciate you absorbing certain essences, and your decisions will influence Cronos the New Dawn's branching storylines and multiple endings. Depending on what you choose to collect or ignore, you could even lock yourself into the worst possible outcome.
But the tools that serve us are just crude matter.
Documents and Travelogs, Cronos' version of audio logs, are scattered throughout the world, offering rich lore about humanity's downfall and the events leading to the change. Some, however, contain genuinely helpful gameplay information. They might point you toward hidden caches, reveal hints for upcoming boss fights, or even highlight the correct path when the way forward isn't clear. Fortunately, important details in documents and transcripts are usually highlighted, making it easier to spot valuable intel amidst the lore. Not every battle in New Dawn needs to be fought. While certain combat arenas, easily identified by the red-lit metal doors that can only unlock after all enemies are defeated, force you into battle, many encounters occur in more open areas where escape can be an option. Confronting every orphan wastes precious ammo, shell patches, and resources. Sometimes the smartest move is to sprint past your foes, loot what you can, and then leave them behind. Energy is used for various weapon upgrades and to purchase items from the shop. While energy spent on purchases is gone for good, you can reset any energy spent on upgrades for just a small fee, to then reuse for other upgrades or purchases. This is helpful later on as you find more weapons for your arsenal. If you decide to ditch a weapon entirely for a new one that you just found, reset all the upgrades on your old weapon and put them toward enhancing your shiny new toy. And that's it. We hope these tips help you survive the apocalyptic wastelands of Poland and make the most of your limited resources. For more on Cronos: The New Dawn, including our full walkthrough, visit our wiki page over on IGN.com. And of course, for everything else gaming, stick with IGN.